If you're like many Americans, you throw your plastic water bottle into the blue bin with the expectation that it will be recycled. But that's not always the case. For decades, the United States and other wealthy countries have been dependent on China to buy and process almost half of the world's plastic waste. Now, stricter recycling standards in China mean it's cheaper for some US cities to simply send recyclables to the dump rather than pay a higher fee to process them. That's why a number of researchers and tech companies are working on making US recycling more efficient. Waste Management is the largest trash processing and recycling company in North America. While the company concedes that trash collection is its biggest profiter, Waste Management says it's committed to recycling.
For us, there's always more value in that material to be able to recycle it as opposed to putting it in the landfill. And even from an investor point of view, historically over the last, say, decade, the return on capital for the investments in recycling has been much better than the landfills. Landfills are very expensive to operate from a capital perspective, so we'd much rather see that material end up in the recycling facility turned into another renewable item. We've got over $1 billion invested in the recycling infrastructure in the United States. The last 2 years, we've invested over $100 million in recycling assets, even in very low commodity price conditions.
Here's how it works. When waste management companies enter into contracts with a city, they agree to split some of the profits that they get from selling their raw recycled materials. Say cardboard sells for $100 a ton. The company gets to keep 25% and the city gets 75%. But when the sale price of recycled cardboard falls, the company still has to give the city its 75% cut, and may actually lose money because the cost of processing the cardboard remains the same. So to recoup its losses, the waste management company has to raise the cost of recycling for cities.
All of these different materials, whether they're paper or plastic or whatever, they actually have a lot of value. The trouble is that basically the cost of sorting, the challenges of getting these materials really separated out, erodes away a lot of that value. And so if you could use new technology to efficiently separate it, you kind of unlock the value of this material stream. And that helps boost the recycling industry. Increasing the quality of the material can improve the resale value, sometimes pretty significantly. It can be a 2x or 3x difference in some cases or more. The requirements have become quite strict. And so our technology helps them both control their sorting manpower and also produce material of higher quality than they're able to produce today.
This is why researchers and companies alike are working on high-tech solutions to tackle our recycling limitations. Leading the charge to increase the U.S. recycling rate is San Francisco, which diverts about 80% of its waste from landfill. The city has an exclusive partnership with waste management company Recology.
The ultimate goal here in San Francisco is to be the first city in the United States to reach zero waste. And the way we define zero waste in San Francisco is nothing to landfill and nothing to incineration.
San Francisco's Recycle Center is a 200,000 square foot facility that can process 40 to 45 tons of materials per hour. A lot of the sorting is already automated.
We use everything from very simple, like you started to say, human power to sort materials. But then we use things like a star screen. And a star screen is a series of concentric metal discs, and they spin around, and the paper actually floats up because it's lighter, and the screens push the paper up while the containers fall down. We use magnets to capture metal, and then we also use what's called an eddy current magnet on the container line, and that repels aluminum. Then we go all the way to high-tech, state-of-the-art optical sorting machines that use light to determine the composition of the different plastic that's coming across the belt, and then uses ballistic air to shoot those materials into different containers.